everyone, this is Puspanjali from the Writers Club, and I'm a blogger and a freelance writer. And today I'm going to show you how to start freelance writing and how to get started, how to prepare yourself, prepare your writing for it, and how to pitch and how to earn money from it. So, if you're live, then please join me and shoot questions. I'm here to answer all your questions live. So let's get started. So what is freelance writing? Freelance writing is a career where you use your writing skills to earn money, and it's a very basic things. Like there are lots and lots of websites and magazines on the web and in print, in digital media, who runs using the content that we provide. So it's something that there is a huge demand of what you actually offer to share your content, huge demand of your content, and there are lots and lots of people who are willing to pay you for your writing skills. The freelance writing is basically a way to monetize your writing skills. If you're a blogger, you can monetize your writing skills by freelance writing. If you are a student, you can also earn money from freelance writing. And if you are doing you are going to study abroad or like anything, if you're a homemaker, you can have any other job in this world and still you can do any kind of freelance writing. So in this video, we are going to learn about everything. But before that, let me introduce myself. My name is Puspanjali and I am the owner of this page. I run a blog which is called mywritingmyworld.com, and I have another food and travel blog which is called Foodie on the Road. I am a author for last 7 years. My first book was published on 2012. I co-authored with one of my colleagues. It's a regional geography book, and since then I have written 3 academic books, all in geography, and the 4th is coming this year. I have authored 3 ebooks, and I'm a freelance writer for brands and websites across the world. I have chosen to write about my travel journeys and my food, my Assamese food or food from Northeast India for different luxury travel companies and websites across the world. I am also interested in the history and geography of a place and of not only a place but yes, of like potato. I'm interested in the history of potato also, and I love to write about those things. So before you start, and that you want to, before you have decided that you want to be a freelance writer, there are 4 things that you need to be very sure. First is, what's your niche? Second is, how much can you write in 1 week? How you would accept the payments, and how to find or pitch writing assignments. So having a niche is very important. It gives you the power of being an expert. When you write on a particular topic, article after article, brands tend to tend to form a image of you that you are an expertise in that area or in that topic. Like I said, I write about not just India for brochures in various travel companies. So as I write mostly about Northeast India, about Assam, Meghalaya, or any other states in Northeast India. So whenever I get a chance, I share it with my potential customers or potential clients. I show them my writing samples, and by seeing the writing samples, they are convinced that yes, this girl can take the job, and they offer me the writing assignment. So how much? The second thing is, how much can you write in 1 week? So this week is like, you have to be fast, because the writing assignments, it can come in bulk, like 4 5 articles in a month, or like if you are fast in typing and researching and writing, then you can get as many writing assignments as you want. But your writing, like, speed and your researching skills are very important before you start freelance writing. The third point here is how you would accept the payments, because as most of these websites or magazines, they are based outside in India, there is a problem in accepting the payments. We will learn everything about this in our tutorial today. And the fourth thing is, you have to be very careful in choosing the right writing assignments. Like, there are lots of companies in India, lots of things where they will offer you nearly 500 for a 500 words article. But if you know where to find, you may get paid $100 for a 500 words article. So just compare $100 for your article, or just 100 rupees for your article. I will definitely go for the writing assignment which will give me $100. Okay, why niche is important? And this is a diagram I have created for my blog once upon a time. So let me tell you one thing. My blog, My Writing My World, is home to my blogging and writing tips. If you haven't checked my blog yet, please go and check it. It's full of writing and blogging tips, particularly freelance writing and book writing tips, and lots of blogging tips are also there. Blogging is also important when you want to be a freelance writer. I will go to that part later. So how to define your writing niche? There are three things you need to be keep in mind. One is your interest and knowledge, what people want to read, and ability to research. When you combine all three, it will define your niche. Your niche should be something that you love to read or research or write. The second thing is, like, you have to have knowledge about a place or a area where you want to write. And the thing is that while choosing the niche, it's one thing that sometimes there's a topic that you love to write, but there's no one to read it, like no one to take it properly. Like most of you have, I think, who have blogs, have seen that some of your topics are very well read, and some of the topics are not so read by your readers. So you need to choose the topic that your readers, or there's a demand. There like topics like food and travel, they are always in demand. People love to eat, people love to travel. So you need to research the things, a topic that interests you, you have knowledge, and people are willing to read it. There is no point of writing something or like pitching something that nobody is interested in. So, and when if you have knowledge about the topic, or if you have interest, but you must have the ability to research. You need to research, you need to write elaborate details of any topic you want to write. You want to think for the company you are writing for, or for the website or the magazine, that this article is not for your blog readers. This article is for a mass amount of readers who are not in your home country, but they live in another country, and like worldwide. So you have to research how people are going to read your story and what are the elements you need to put in your story or your article. Okay? So the first and the foremost thing in freelance writing planning is the research part. You need to research everything about your demographic, about the topic, about the website you want to write for, or everything. Research is the basic foundation of any freelance writing job or assignment. So how to do the research? If you have chosen your genre or niche, then read magazines and website, go to the articles and everything. Okay, you need to know what you are targeting at. Suppose you are going to write for BBC Food, you are a food writer, you want to write about your your cuisine on BBC Food, then you need to read the magazine, how they operate, how they publish the articles, or what is the style of the article, how they use the commas, how they use the punctuation. You need to research everything, and then just note down everything you have learned about a particular magazine. Suppose you want to sell your travel stories and you need to earn more money, because travel stories are the most lucrative in my opinion, because I mostly write about food and travel. So you need to check if your writing matches with that style, or you need to improvise. You need to improvise, compare and improvise your writing style with individual styles of the magazines. And for that, you need to research and note down everything that you come to know about a particular website or magazine. Suppose you are writing for someone who runs a travel company. They don't have a website, but they do have newsletters. For in my case, I write for the newsletters mostly, because they are well articulated, they are well circulated, and they just reach the targeted audience more, and the traction is better. So you need to understand the company's viewpoint. You need to understand that yes, my writing should convey all the thing about is this particular travel company, or like any company that you are writing for, and everything. Okay, and now that when you have researched that and you have niched down and you have selected the magazines that yes, I want to write for these magazines and these websites, because I know my article would reach better through these magazines or websites, and this article, this website or magazine also pays very well. So the hard part here is pitching. What does pitching means? It means sending an email to the editor or the commission editor or anyone who are responsible for submissions, and asking them if you can write for them. So generally most of the people, they stumble into this part and they just leave it, because pitching is not easy. Pitching is like you are here, and as a blogger, I get pitch emails every day. People send me emails that I want to write for your blog, I want to write for your food blog, but as I don't accept guest post, so, and whenever I want guest post, I definitely will tell you guys, because I can pay, and I think that this is very bad thing, taking an article and publishing it on my blog and not paying the guest bloggers. I'm sorry, but for the people who are sending me messages, if I can offer them writing jobs, I do not offer writing jobs. I'm so sorry. Back to pitching. But and pitching things, you need to be very clear, you need to be accurate what you want to write, You need to be clear that this story idea or this article idea would help the website or the magazines to reach their like reach their audience. So how do we pitch? Pitching is, as I have already said, emailing to an editor. What you need for a pitch email, you need writing samples, you need a cover letter and a bio. So how to get writing samples? There are lots of ways to get writing samples. You can just write for your local magazines or local newspaper. You can just scan the writing samples or share the online link to that those articles you have published on your on like in your newspaper and anything. And one thing is that you need a cover letter. What is cover letter? Cover letter is a letter explaining who you are and why you want to write for that particular magazine or website. You need to be very clear in this cover letter, because in most of the cases the cover letter is the body of the email, and people will not go to your writing samples if you stumble and fell down in your body of the email. This is very important, guys. If you are pitching to someone, if any website or magazine, just write in very meticulous way. Use simple languages. Do not use extravaganza, and just simply note down where who you are, where are you based, and why you want to write. And a bio. How do you write a bio? It's just a 2-3 lines or 1 or 2 lines about yourself. Like my bio is Puspanjali Das Datta is a writing coach, an author, and a blogger. The end. This is just a simple single line where I tell about all my attributes. It's short and it's simple. So in cover letter, do not dump everything that I have written for those, I have written for them, I have written for my local language, I have published poetry, or I have published short stories here and there. But just write hello, name of the editor, then I am a writer based in here and here, and simply that I have this story idea for your website or magazine, and just give a brief of the idea. And just if you want to know more about me, if you want to check my writing style, here are the writing samples. It can be a link to your blog post, it can be a link to your guest post, or any website link, or you can also if you do not have an website link or blog link, you can just simply scan the article published in any newspaper or in any local magazine and just attach it to the email. Okay, so how to showcase your writing skills? Okay, so this is important. When you have the writing samples are the tool that which will tell anyone that this is my writing skill and I can write about these things like that. Okay, so in creating that writing samples, you need to be very like clear. If you do not have a blog, I would advise you that you start a blog. Blog posts are very much like they will establish you as an authority, and it will help you to build writing skills consistently, because you need to maintain your blog, you need to write regularly. And when you promote your blog post to relevant people, people will know more about your blog and your writing skills, and it will help you to create good writing samples. And yes, you can also get freelance writing assignments also by showing that particular excellently written blog post. third thing here is a payment. How you get your payments by writing skills for freelance writing assignments. As I have already told that um, this is something like, as lots and lots of people are, lots of magazines and websites are based outside India. So you need to create a payment channel which should accept international payments in different currencies, because most of the websites or magazines in US, they will pay you in dollars, some will pay in Hong Kong dollars, some will pay you in Australian dollars, or some will pay you in euro or pound. So you need to set up a channel where you can just accept the payments easily. Okay, let me check the comments here before I go to the next part. Okay, Vivek, for me, personal writing is like art canvas. Keep painting and let others also painting it till a beautiful piece of art comes out. What a beautiful comment, Vivek. Yes, personal writing is like a canvas where you can paint it with your words. Ashwini, please help us get around preparing a freelance writer CV, cover letter samples. Okay. When any client, Ashwini, other questions is, I get so angry and disgusted when I see most of the Indian writers offering to write 30 pages, 50 pages, even 1 rupees per word. Exactly. Exactly, Ashwini. This is the thing. I am so against it. I feel so disgusted when someone offers me 100 rupees for an article. Can you believe what will we get in 100 rupees in these days? It's not about writing. It's not about that. Just you just need to write it, right? Isn't it? You can just copy and paste. But this is not the thing. When you write an article, you invest so many time, so much energy to research the article, and in writing the article, in planning the article, you invest your time in it. So if anyone who pays to write somebody listening here, I want to tell you that writing is not that simple. It's not like, yes, it's a God gifted skill, but we need to hone it every day. We need to research, we need to plan, we need to write, we invest time, our money, and everything in writing an article. We need to put you in our mind so that we can write for your publication, you can write for your company, and you need to just just respect that time we put in any article. Okay. Yes, Ashwini, I'm going to answer all the questions about the passive thing and ghostwriter. And okay, let me tell you one thing. Ghostwriting is very lucrative if you write for somebody. I have done my share of ghostwriting for many travel portals also. And they have paid me in double, to be honest. I didn't write for any Indian company till now, any Indian portal right now, but I do write for I cannot just share you the name because I am bound by my contract, but ghostwriting is definitely lucrative if you know that they will pay you in a handsome amount of money. Okay, so how do you accept the payments? You can set up a PayPal account for the international payments, and you can also set up an InstaMojo account which will allow you to accept money in any currency of the world. And yes, Ashwini, I'm going to answer how you charge the money or how you negotiate, because uh, this video is all about magazines and websites which are looking for writers to write. They are willing to pay, and most of the magazines, they have fixed pays, but they are also negotiable. I have worked with an agency who paid me $1,000 for one article at a point of time, but I did get that amount of money after a lot of negotiation, because this is a business. Writing is also a business now, and This is how they are getting content. They are paying people to write for them, and you are writing for them. This is a business. They are doing business using your content, and you are doing business by supplying that content. There's a constant demand, and there is endless supply. Also, there are lots and lots writers out there. So you need to be very clear about how much you want to charge. I would suggest that you first use four use or pitch to websites which pay a minimum amount of money. Like there are lots and lots of magazines which pay $100 for 800 words article. Okay, Mumania Zaman, I hope I have spelled your name correctly. I books from my contacts, but I don't know how much should I charge. $500 for 500 words is very less, Zaman. It's actually, I don't know what to say. $500 is very less. You just hire your bar. One thing that I did in my initial days, I used to accept everything. Like if they pay me only $20 for 800-word article, I would accept. But when I knew about that, if I keep my bar low, they will keep exploiting me. So I have raised my bars. Most of the customers or clients, they vanished overnight, but people who have valued my writing skills and my writing style, they stayed and they have hired me every month. Okay, Ashwini, isn't ghostwriting an injustice to ourselves? I do not think so. Ghostwriting is a lucrative career all over the world because you it's, as I have said, this is a business. You are they are in need, and they demand content, and you are supplying the content to the websites. It's a two-way business. You are getting paid and they are getting content. Do not check or do not see everything from the literary point of view here. Yes, we are writers, we want our name, but there are lots of ways where you can just establish you as a author or a writer. You can write books in your own name. You can have your blogs in your own name. Okay, and yes, they pay. Ghost writing always gets more money than normal writing, but this is the case of international publications, international travel companies. Okay, Indian companies do not pay well. This is a like open secret. So the last thing today we will discuss is how to find freelance writing work. Okay, most of the magazines or websites, they will have a submission page in their website where they will list the requirements, and they will list that they need someone from the native countries, native American, native English speaking countries. There are lots of magazines which would accept from any writer in the world. You just need to find that things, find the websites and magazines. And for individual clients, I just uh, suggest you that you need to use LinkedIn frequently. There are lots and lots of like companies on LinkedIn who hire content writers regularly, and they will always they will give you a contract of writing. Like somebody will want 5 articles in a month, somebody will want 2 articles in a month. It always, just remember that when you are searching for a freelance writing job, it will always depend upon you. You are the boss in your freelance writing business. This is your skill, this is your mind, and this is your passion. You love to write, and you would love if you get paid for writing something. Okay, so when you search for freelance writing works, just keep in mind that how many time you are going to invest in a project. I strongly recommend that you search for websites and magazines which pay to write, and just submit your pictures to the editors, and if you get selected, write a nice and good story for Ashwini. I cannot send the profile links for prospective clients because it always depends on the client also. You need to search for that, and just search in LinkedIn content writing jobs. There will be many, and just talk to them, just negotiate. And one thing you can do is that search on LinkedIn the people who are willing to hire someone as a content writer or freelance writer. Note down their names in a sheet of paper or anything, any way you want to do, and just send messages. I have found you on LinkedIn. I have checked you. Do check their websites and how they work and their works. Like, you need to learn everything about them before talking to them. Just message them asking if they are willing to hire someone for writing. You send 10 messages, I'm sure 7 will ignore it like anything, but 3 will always respond. That's what I have learned. LinkedIn is very professional. Nobody messages no one for any pesky type of messages. They will always message you if they are professional. So in this case, do one thing: just select the prospective clients that you can select. If you are in the health niche, or if you're in business niche, and just search for the companies who needs content for a health niche or any other niche that you are in, and then send them a message or send them just email. Just cold email them, just cold message them, write, pitch them well, and you are going to get work. Trust me that LinkedIn is a gold mine for freelancers from across the internet. Okay, you can freelance anything, and LinkedIn will help you to find clients. So, yes, one thing, and I have mentioned in my post that I'm coming up with a bonus, and this thing is that I am launching a system, Get Paid to Write, which will show you how to start freelance writing, how to pitch, how to write cold emails. I'm going to share all my cold email templates with you, where to find freelance writing works, like how to send them messages on LinkedIn, how to send them emails, and how to talk to prospective clients or any website or any magazine which are willing to pay, and a complete list of 100 websites or magazines and their contact list who pays to write. This is a book which is coming in first week of August, and if the book is already in for pre-order, if you want to start your freelance writing business, just let me know in the comments or send me DM or send me an email at pushpanjali@mywritingmyworld.com, and I will send you the payment link or for pre-ordering. I'm going to put that in the comment section also. So if you have any questions regarding this or like anything, so please send me. Is cold email is pitching? Yes, cold email is a kind of pitching, but there's a difference, and I'm going to share everything in my book, Get Paid to Write. Media kit for freelancer profile? I do not think so, because media kit is something where you, for the brands, okay, where they will sponsor one of the blog posts for you. So just create writing samples. Select some of the magazines or website which have good reputation on the internet, and just write. You can write for women's web. Their articles have a good impact. You can I do not know if you write for like women's web or parenting. Just you can also guest post in any of your blog or friends. You do not need a media kit particularly for freelance writing. You need a profile portfolio, not a media kit. Kuldeep Singh, I'm willing to join. Sure. Okay. So with this, I'm going to put the payment link to the thing. If you're willing to pre-order my book, Get Paid to Write, where I'm going to show you everything about freelance writing, the pitching, cold emails, and a list of 100 websites and magazines with their contact who are willing to pay. Okay, with this thing, I'm going to sign off right now. If you have any questions, just put it in the comments and I will answer you. Thank you for watching me live for this freelance writing workshop. See you in another live.